Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today I have a fun little unboxing video for you guys. As you can see, it's not a giant statue box, and that is because I broke one of my rules. If you guys remember back in my countdown video, I said I was going to be taking a break from buying big key comic books. Well, it seems that break has now ended. I was doing really good. I was only buying modern stuff, very inexpensive slabs here and there. But the other day I made the mistake of going on Instagram and kind of browsing through, and I saw a book and I bought it. And I said I wasn't gonna do that because prices for comic books have been crazy, but you know, I bit the bullet and I got this book. So a little story about the package. As you can see, it's an express envelope. It was supposed to get here in one day. However, it was supposed to arrive on a Saturday, and for some reason they couldn't deliver it, so it got sent back to the post office. I checked the tracking. It said it was being held at the post office, so on Monday I went down to the post office to pick it up, and they said it wasn't there, and I got a little bit nervous. But the postal worker assured me that it was out for delivery, so that kind of put me at ease a bit. However, when I got home, I got one of those notices on my door. Because I was at the post office trying to pick this thing up, I missed the delivery. So the next day I went. Luckily, it was being held at the post office, intact, as far as I know, and here it is. So I guess without further ado, let's open it up. Let's see, how is this thing packed? Pretty good, look at this. Got the bubble wrap inside. This is in a slab, so I don't get quite as nervous when I get slabs, especially when they're double boxed like this. Okay, look at that. More bubble wrap. That's what I like to see. No loose books. I'm gonna have to do a video about a book that I got that was more expensive than this, that came in a big box, and it had some peanuts in it, not enough peanuts, and it was basically rattling around in the box, and it got damaged, and I had to go send it back to CGC. It was a nightmare, but I actually filmed the unboxing, and luckily I did because the seller didn't believe me when I told him. But anyway, now we'll save that for another video, but let's go ahead and check this out. All right, look at that. So we got bubble wrap plus a padded envelope inside. Carefully cut that bubble wrap off. Very well packed. So thank you, seller. All right, and here we go down to our last layer, the Amazon Prime padded envelope. So it's good to know that, you know, Amazon Prime, they're not wasting their packaging. People are using the packaging again. So always recycle, guys. Take this tape off. It's in a slab, but tape still, I don't like it. It can be very dangerous. All right, and here we go. Whoa, nice. Oh, you guys want to see it? Okay, here you go. Here it is, guys. X-Men #1. Let's go and take that out. X-Men #1 from 1963. This one came in at a 4.0, off-white to white pages. It's got the custom X-Men label up there, giant size X-Men label, I guess. Doesn't really fit with this X-Men cover. So I know a lot of you guys might be asking, DT, don't you already have an X-Men #1? And I do. I actually have one in a 6.0. However, I wasn't really happy with the colors on the cover. They were a little bit on the faded side. And I would always see my friends, and they would have these beautiful copies of X-Men #1 where the red X-Men here popped out off the page. And I was always a little bit jealous. Even though I had a 6.0, which is an awesome grade, the cover just wasn't doing it for me. So when I saw this one, I thought I better pick it up. You know, there are other flaws here, but they're not that noticeable, to be honest with you. It's a very clean copy. It doesn't look like it's been pressed. Here is a look at the book. Very nice copy. We got a red X-Men title, not a faded orange one. So we got some wear around the corners. No Marvel chipping, which we see in books of this time period. Some scratches there under Beast's arm. Got some wear down here, some creases there in the corner. But all in all, Pretty nice book. I mean, this is a 4.0. I got this one for its overall presentation. Looks pretty good from here. The main thing was that red X-Men title, and I love the way that it just contrasts with the white background, or the off-white background. The back, a few little stress marks there in the spine. That's to be expected in a 4.0. Again, some more creases down here in the bottom corner. You might not be able to see it on camera, but I can see some little bends and waves that suggest that this book wasn't pressed. It's hard to show on camera, especially with the glare of the light. There are some little dents in there. You can almost see it there in the X right there. You can usually get those things pretty flat with a press. Is it enough to bump it up to a 5.0 or even a 4.5? I don't know. And to tell you the truth, I probably won't attempt it just because slabbing these major keys can get really expensive because they charge you a percentage of the value, and that's mainly because they have to insure it while it's in their possession and also while it's en route back to you. Sometimes you gotta hold this thing at an angle to see things. I'll have to see if I can check the grader's notes on this just to see what it was marked down for. Here's my previous book. It doesn't look too bad, but as you can see, that X-Men logo is much better on the 4.0. Do you see the green areas where it says first issue? That one is much darker on the 6.0. And I'm guessing that's because of the order in which this book came out of the printer. But I don't mind the lime green here. The 6.0 appears to be a little bit whiter than this one. The X-Men are a little bit lighter as well. I do think the 4.0 from a distance presents a little bit better now that I have them next to each other. Did I really need to upgrade? I don't know. But now I can say I have 2 copies of X-Men #1. So my old X-Men #1, my new X-Men #1. Am I gonna sell my old one? No, I think I'll keep it. I think Silver Age X-Men comics are still a good value. Definitely comic book collectors love the X-Men, and I can't wait for them to show up in the MCU. Hopefully they do, and hopefully they are well received. So there you have it. That was my expensive downgrade. Yes, I paid more for this book than I did for the higher graded book. But you know, that's just the way it goes when you wait. Hopefully they keep their value. If they don't, maybe I'll just have to pick up a few more later on. But X-Men is my favorite comic book, so whether or not they go up or down in value, I'll always have these guys in my collection. But I just wanted to make this video to reinforce the idea that you are buying the book and not necessarily the grade. If I covered up the grades here, which one would you pick if you saw these on the shelf? Probably from where you're sitting, you'd pick the 4.0. Just goes to show you sometimes the grades can be a little deceptive. Obviously, there are other flaws that go beyond the cover. The grades are just there for reference, and it's really up to the collector to decide what they're looking for in the book and what kind of defects they're willing to accept. Glad to have 2 X-Men #1s in my collection. Will I be adding any more? Probably not. So I hope you guys liked this quick little comic book unboxing video. Stay tuned. I've got more comic book stuff coming up, along with statue reviews and other collectibles. As always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.